I want to talk to you about, with Donald Trump, he recently had part of his ear, shot off.
Oh,
Can I
yeah.
ask you, what type of surgery is he going to have for that?
Well, that was a very high velocity missile type injury. When that happens to a complicated structure like the ear, it can blow off a huge portion. So it's kind of a missing parts type surgery. So depending on how much of the tissue is removed will determine how much surgery he needs. For example, if he loses a lot of skin and a lot of the cartilage, it's very complex. He may actually need rib to reconstruct it, or plastic, something called Medpor, or even piece of his other rib. And it can take multiple stages. But I can tell you something, that's very complicated surgery, and because the blood supply to the ear isn't very good, the chance for an infection is very high. So that's very complicated surgery, but let's be honest, how lucky is he? 1 inch further in, and we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Right. It sounds like there'll be a long recovery process. What kind of long-lasting problems will he deal with?
Well, if he gets through the surgery without any complications, it may need multiple stages. For example, because there's a lack of skin in the area, he may need stage skin reconstruction from the back of the scalp over onto the ear itself. But the problem is the potential for a complication is very high. So he can have a reconstructive surgery, but it can go very badly. And if that happens, the blood supply is really poor in the ear, and you can be hospitalized, need antibiotics for a long time. So he needs to pick his surgeon, if he needs reconstruction, really carefully. But I can tell you, if it doesn't work out, I'm here. I'm pretty good at those kinds of things, and I can help him.
So as long as everything goes well with the surgery and the recovery process, you think he's good to go? We don't have anything to worry about, as citizens voting for him again for the next election?
I think he's in a good place. I think if the reconstruction goes well, if he needs reconstruction, that his ability to lead will be perfectly intact.